Hey. Okay.
Good evening. Welcome to the December 9th Murraysville Planning Commission meeting. I call the meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Patty, roll call, please.
Mr. Midall, Mr. Kearns,
Here.
Mr. Patrick, Mr. Olszewski,
Here.
Mr. Lemke,
Here.
Mr. Levecki, Mrs. Hoy,
Here.
Mrs. Ling.
Present.
Thank you. First up on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from our November meeting, as over in the meeting packet that was sent out. Does anyone have any comments or concerns or corrections to those?
No, I move to accept.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Is anyone here from the public that wishes to comment that's for an item that's not on the agenda? Nope. Okay, moving on. New business and advisory discussion concerning a proposed conceptual plan for a subdivision of land development submitted by Scott Jones and Sanker Engineering on Idaho Street. It's tax parcel 49-16-14-0-039. It's in a R3 high-density residential zoning district. The stage is yours. You come up and tell us what you're looking at wanting to do there.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
My name's John Senkner from Senkner Engineering, representing Scott and Simona Jones in this proposed conceptual plan here. The owners would like to subdivide this property into 5 lots for the lots for duplex construction, duplex house construction. As you can see, we've had a number of discussions prior to this meeting with the township engineer, Emily, and as you can see, this plan is going to require some consideration and allowances by the township to get us to fit your criteria. For the duplex construction, each lot has to be a minimum of 15,000 square feet. Have you seen the plan?
I'm just looking at it here.
Yeah, I have it pulled, most of it.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay, if you'll notice, each lot is 15,000 square feet or more, okay? But the property lines go to the center of that private right-of-way. And that's something that we need to get some direction on, if that's going to be okay in this case. Plus the right-of-way width, we want to make it narrow, or if you want it 25 feet wide, we can't have that right-of-way reduce the lot size, because we did get the 15,000 square feet as called for by your ordinance on each one of these just go out. Can you hear me? Everybody hear me? Okay, on each one of these lots, and but with the modification being the property line goes to the center of the right-of-way to get that area. That's the big concern right now.
I need to look at it.
And we kind of want to get some guidance and direction if that's going to be okay with before we did any more final engineering and to make this a land development plan.
So this is going to be a private right-of-way.
Yes. Yeah, there'll be, I'm going to assume, agreements between the people that live there to maintain this road.
Correct.
And, and they'll be under the direction of Mr. and Mrs. Jones.
We will be, Simone and I will be building each duplex individually ourselves. And we will own it, and when it is subdivided, we will, when you put in the HOA laws and such, that will maintain the road yearly, snow removal and such.
Has this came up before with using the area?
I've never seen this.
I don't know if it's came up using it as to meet the minimum, but I know previously, I think it might have been one that you have seen recently was the Potowski Plan one. I think that they used that private right-of-way in front of those 3 houses as part of the lot itself.
I'm
mean, technically it should.
Since
It
it's
should be
private.
comprised into lots because it's private, so we can't just have a floating
Correct.
piece of, a floating
Understand.
parcel out there, you know? Someone's got to pay tax on it. So that doesn't necessarily concern me. The setbacks right now are still taken from the
The center line.
proposed right-of-way though, correct? The way you.
Let me check that.
You can see the 30-foot building line, but I'm not sure where that's from. Looks like it's the edge of the road. Mine,
Is that 30 foot from your center line of the road, or is it
That's what I'm
from
going
the
to check.
actual?
I'm going to check that right now.
I don't think it's supposed to be from the center line of the road.
It's from the center line of the road. Yeah, so I mean, we could push those back a little bit. I don't know if we can get, if we took 30 back from the right-of-way lines, we could probably still make it work, but it might be tight.
Does
might
it
need-
have to be 30 feet back from the road, since it's a private road, or can it
Well,
be?
I think the complication is because the road's part of the parcel. It makes it, I don't know how to answer that question.
Well, this was the reason
This is
why
the
we wanted
question
to.
you came to us with. Okay, this is R3, so what's the rear setback in R3?
30.
30, yeah.
So we don't see what that is on here, correct?
It's
It's
on
not
it.
depicted?
Yeah, the rear setbacks
Yeah, they're
rear
on.
setbacks are shown. Rear and side are shown, ma'am. And they are scaling at 30. In the rear of the 3 lots.
Oh, 30-foot building line, I see,
So
okay.
as it's shown then, right now,
You can't
we
move.
have 11, what do we have? 19 feet from the proposed right-of-way?
Let's see, we have, 19 feet, 19, 20 feet, something like that.
Excuse me.
We asked for a modification to make it just a little wider, a little bit less, like 25 feet or something like that.
Here,
That would be for zoning, correct?
kind of asking for a lot here.
Yeah.
That would be,
The road, the setback,
I believe that may be a variance requirement there, but there's other cases where, like an abandoned street or a roadway or a paper street, if you will, right-of-way, you're able to use
To the center.
those areas to the center line for calculations and your setback. So there might be some precedence there. But I don't think we could necessarily just waive that
here.
here at the planning commission or staff level.
How would we work through that then?
Variance.
file a variance.
Oh, we would have to file variance?
I think you would.
Yes.
Or if we did bring can we use the center line of the road as the property lines? And if we push back, we can't push back the building as it is now, can we? And then respect the, okay, so this brings up another question. So we have a back alley that is a paper alley.
Yep.
So
I see that.
I think-
Locust.
that's unused, untaxed.
I think, as Chris said, there's definitely precedent out there that if that's abandoned, that you can use to the center line for that.
For-
Now, the right-of-way that you're putting in the private road, I don't know if that's going to work or
I
not.
have a question. This Locust Alley, and I'm not remembering exactly where Idaho Street is up there, but is this the same alley that we were looking at for that other development that they're proposing
You mean last month?
last month?
No, I think it's,
Okay,
that was off of Pennsylvania. It's close, though.
it's close, okay. I'm just trying to get my bearings here.
Yeah, so I think what you're hearing here, there's some opportunity. So just to recap, that street in the back, that unopened paper street, there is definitely clear precedence on utilizing that for your area and setback requirements. Mm-hmm. So it just.
You may
visually
be able to
looking
go
at it,
back a
looks like
little
it just
further.
would offset it to me.
Right, so, well, about 5 feet. So we then we would just shorten the building size by 5 feet, and then we can respect the front and rear setbacks.
Well, what I'm saying is
If we didn't use it.
being able to take your rear setback from the center of that paper street in the rear
Without owning it?
without owning it.
Right.
Sure.
Oh, really?
Right.
There's there's a
Okay.
case law.
And
No, I understood that.
So I don't
That
think,
paper street's is it only 10
It's
feet?
20, it's
Is
20.
it 20 feet?
20-foot right away.
so you gain 10 feet
Well, then,
for your area calculations and your rear setback. So you're almost there.
Well, it's just a matter of shortening up the building a little bit, and then you got it.
Well, that's
Or if you take, I
that's
think
not always
then
something
could-
you want to do.
If you already had
Shift
20
it back.
feet in the front, I think you can just shift.
I think we're going to be a foot, we're going to need another foot. Because it was 19 feet plus 10 in the back, so you're going to pick up,
No, I mean, depending on how big
Yeah.
the buildings are. The buildings don't look like they're taking up the entire envelope, so
no,
Right.
no.
that should be a way to get you out of needing a variance.
So if we come through here with a land development plan showing or setbacks from the center and pull everything back off the right-of-way line of this private road, that'll go through the planning commission?
I have one question. This street is Locust Alley, it says unopened. Is it documented that it's been abandoned?
It's got to be 21, in excess of 21 years in order for it to be used.
As abandoned?
Yeah, it, basically, the title reverts to the property owners on each side to the center line.
And it's, of course, been more than 21 years in White
does
Belt.
that mean that we can vacate that? And then that
Well,
becomes part of
That's a
the-
different, that's,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I was
different
just
word.
trying to
no,
understand the difference.
so you can use that for your setback requirements,
So we can't.
but it's still subject to every other property owner's right in the initial plan to use that as a rental.
Whole
So,
plan,
Yeah,
not just the abutting.
correct.
Yeah, you can't take it and it wouldn't become part of your property. It's allowed to be used for area, bulk area, and setback requirements.
Right,
But I won't be taxed on it.
Correct.
correct.
when you say bulk area, we can actually use the lot area for that too? Oh, we can, and without owning it?
Just to the center line, because the guy on the other side of the street has
Just-
the
No,
right.
no, I understand that, ma'am. Just to the center line of Locust Alley to make this clear, correct?
What I understand it.
Yeah, you just can't build, again, you can't build anything there because it's subject to the,
We can't put
Uh,
a fence, we can't do
correct.
anything but on our property.
correct,
But we can use it on paper.
for your
Right.
calculations.
Part of your setback.
Yes, ma'am.
And bulk area of the lot?
Yes.
Really?
There's established,
So
if
then
you
we
go
gain more
research the
square
zoning
foot.
hearing board
How would that,
decisions, there's clear precedents here locally as well as across the state that establish this.
how is that shown on the subdivision plan, though? I'm curious. No, I'm not complaining. I just wanted, because a subdivision plan is going to have to come through here.
I've usually seen it two ways. You clearly, it's not part of the property. You still show your property lines where they are, but when you are calculating the
Oh, we'll just have a
areas, you show
table,
the different-
outline, and all that stuff?
Yes.
Gotcha. That's all I wanted to know.
State that the setback's taken from the center of that.
Correct.
Right away. I know it's a little confusing. We're not a legal body here.
Okay.
And if we are, don't take it.
As far as needing that determination from anyone, I don't know, you might want to talk to these folks and get an actual determination from the solicitor to make sure that that still wouldn't need to go through the ZHB,
Agreed.
What is OCHB?
zoning hearing board.
Oh, you said ZHB. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I think that probably overcomes your biggest hurdle there. The only other thing, have you looked in, what's triggering the conditional use? I know the steep slopes are going to trigger it.
Yeah, my concern was the steep slopes, and a slope map that will need to be shown, I think, before they pursue anything else as far as land development goes, to see if building's even permitted in some of those areas.
Are you familiar with that section?
Is that 4-to-1? You like nothing steeper than 4-to-1?
Well, nothing is allowed to be built on anything that's 40%, a steep slope that's 40% or greater. 25 to 40
is conditional.
25 to 40 is conditional, but it requires a geotechnical investigation and, which include either test pits or borings and slope stability analysis.
I mean, even if we're going to cut those slopes to 3 to 1,
Yes.
Okay.
It's existing slope, 25 to 40%.
need a geotechnical.
Yeah, I think that we'll need an official confirmation as far as
I'll
survey.
talk to you about that tomorrow.
Yeah, so mapping those slopes out, identifying anything that's over 40, there is some flexibility there as far as make sure you read what the definition of a steep slope is. Change parameter to that as well. In other words, if it's a short distance and it's less than 20 feet, I think,
Yeah, I think it's.
it doesn't qualify. And I think as part of that, you'd be looking at, I'm sure you're going to have to do make sure there's no streams or wetlands or anything like that.
We already checked the no wetlands,
Okay, good.
no streams either.
What about the, there's only, 3 buildings here, but there's 6 residences, and a private road is 5?
Fewer than 5.
Fewer than 5. So if you're going to have a private lane in Murraysville, you can't have more than, you have to have less than 5. Now, is it driveways or is it residences?
I pulled
That's
this
a
up a little bit.
question you will have to,
We'll have to determine that.
less than 5.
So 4 or less.
Less than 5 is what I believe you said. The terminology is
Fewer than 5 lots has been typically interpreted in the past as,
allowed to be a private, right?
yeah. And
But it's by lot, not by.
No, it's 3 lots on the private road.
Well, if this big house here, the existing house, is considered to be an Idaho address, then the rest would be considered a private road address.
Is Idaho itself a private street?
no.
No, so you're only going to be private when you get into where you're developing.
Yes, ma'am.
So then that house doesn't matter, if I'm correct. Can you have a public and a private road?
Well, I think what he's saying is the existing house is accessing right at the end of.
That lot fronts Dunning Avenue. Is that considered a private road? Would that lot be considered private?
Oh, you mean the
I'll
other?
look on it, yeah, so we would only have 2 lots that would be private and 4 residences.
Where's Dunning?
That's not a,
Wait, are you talking about buildings or
I don't know, that's something we gotta talk.
Yeah, the ordinance specifically says 5 lots.
Okay.
4 or less.
No, this one's on,
That won't be accessed from here.
I mean, I think you count it also just because it's accessing the private road. If you're talking about that specifically, that one on the left there.
okay, so there'd be 3,
Oh,
there'd be
here.
3 lots on the private road. Okay.
Where's Dunning?
It's just another unopened.
Okay.
Is that the way you're going to make it? Okay, I
I
see.
think we should do that,
I got you.
yeah. I don't think you
Well,
go
then
to
that would be,
private.
an Idaho address, I would imagine. But then it would-
no, I was trying to.
There'd be 3.
Sanitary lines, like.
Right, Chris?
Sorry, what was that?
So that the building on the right side of the existing house, if we're accessing it the same way we're accessing the existing house from Idaho Street and accessing it to the right driveway, that'd be considered an Idaho address too, correct? According to 911 and you guys and zoning? And then that would leave 3.
They make this a private
On the
road, they'll
private.
probably name it.
I think it would be served by its own private driveway, right?
Well, it looks like there's a gravel drive there that goes almost over to Idaho.
It
Yes.
does, ma'am.
Well, it does.
Right. So in my mind, right now Idaho is a public street and those two lots, well, there is an existing house there.
That would still be 4, even if you count the existing house,
That's right.
right?
Yeah, well, but that existing house is accessing its garage off a public street, correct? So that lot to the right of it,
Technically be accessed off of the unopened street at the end of Idaho. So it won't be off of the newly constructed private lane.
right, so I'm
So those
thinking
are
those
3
two are
lots.
public, and the other 3 lots are the privates. Just my opinion, which,
Either way, even if you
Yeah.
include that other one, you're still under the 5, so.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The existing house is probably technically going to come off of the same, once you build this new driveway, but that would still only be 4, because the one on the right-hand side is by itself. And would go straight to essentially Idaho.
yes.
That's assuming that, I think that kind of precludes you from ever being able to subdivide in fee simple.
I don't think we ever plan on selling
Okay.
any of this. This is all investment for retirement.
So I think if that was like a thought, you'd come back in for a simple subdivision and we'd have to tell you no.
No.
That you would then have,
Too many
yeah. you'd
lots
have
on the
more than
private
5.
street.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you subdivided each one, you understand what I'm saying?
Is
Like,
that gonna be okay with this?
yeah.
I'm going to ask. I think it's going to be. Okay, can I just take this one step further? What the owners would like to do is prepare a simple subdivision for the existing house and that lot, going to the center of the road, the right-of-way, so the
The private.
center of the private road, that's where we want the boundary lines.
If this conceptual plan is acceptable to you guys,
We want to do a simple subdivision just to that lot.
just from the existing house. For now, until we get everything set and ready to develop the rest of it.
Well,
What would be the point of that? Just-
Well, it allows us to honestly take out a mortgage on this home to have capital in order to do what we need to do.
well, if you're going to do a subdivision, and I'm just throwing this out there, why wouldn't you do a subdivision and make it 2 lots, both the existing home and the one that's going to enter off of Idaho,
Oh, and then do.
and then do the subdivision of the private road?
We could
I
do that,
mean, if you're going to go through the expense of a
Might as well
subdivision,
Take care of that.
I don't know, how do you guys feel about that?
I would agree with that. That's why I was.
Yeah, that kind of clears things up a little bit.
Yes, ma'am.
Obviously, you're going to be getting into how big is the total, what's the total area of this, of the property? I mean, it's 15, 15, 15. You're going to be,
It's probably 1.8 acres. I'm going to take a guess.
so I guess you're going to be disturbing over an acre.
Oh, this is going to be an NPDES permit, yeah,
Right.
definitely. No, the simple subdivision for the 2 lots, ma'am, is an excellent idea, but we can't do the rest without doing the rest of the stuff that has to
Right.
go with it, yeah.
And I see the sanitary sewers are nearby. I'm just looking at this topography to understand. You need grinder pumps or anything, or you're okay?
We'll be okay, ma'am, it'll all be,
Other utilities?
I believe, yeah, everything should be there. We just need to extend the water line and
Gas?
extend the gas line and all the other things, yeah.
You'll need a planning module from the sewer.
Right, we've already we've been talking to them and reserved the taps and everything for this.
It looks like you have your road is, I see 20 feet and I see 22 feet. How's the fire department going to feel about that?
And even at the end as well, too, the turnaround.
Well, because it's a private road, I don't know that you can require a full cul-de-sac, but I'm just throwing this out there for thought purposes.
Yeah, it might be a good idea to have a turnaround, though.
Well, the hammerhead, I'll check the dimensions on the hammerhead and put some turning radiuses on it to see if it's big enough to do that. That for this case kind of fits better. Is there, the only other question I have, do we have to go, I mean, do you see any reason for us to have to go to the zoning hearing board?
As long as we clear things up with our solicitor as far as I think the setbacks, I don't think there's any other reason that you.
Okay, great. I appreciate it and appreciate your time. Any other questions?
Oh, you mentioned-
Oh, yeah, we talked to Emily regarding stormwater, and gravel pits for these houses are acceptable. Still okay?
I think that's okay, but I think you're still going to have to deal with your roads separately.
We may have to put some storm tech in or something.
Yeah,
We'll figure out
I think
something.
that stormwater is going to be difficult there based on where the sanitary line is and any kind of storage. So I'm not sure how you're going to.
We'll figure that out with the grading, how we do that.
Yeah.
And then we did get clearance from the, you're right, the sewage authority, that we could put X amount of feet of fill over that line. So that's been taken care of. They've seen this plan, and we're coordinating with them also. The other question. Get it out there. There's to the left of this, I'm sorry, to the right of this property, there's an existing 10-inch pipe that actually takes the water coming out of this little valley, which is,
Can I interrupt first, real quick? There is a 10-inch pipe, but that 10-inch pipe was just installed last year by the homeowner. And it's way undersized for what even comes down now. Put that out there, that he installed this pipe, and it doesn't really, like, it still goes over his property.
You're talking about this Brian Anderson property? And where is this pipe?
It's in the middle of his yard, basically.
Coming down.
it's on the plan, ma'am, on the right.
Right below, right there.
Right here.
We
What's your question
We-
regarding that?
believe we're going to have to improve that, to take the, whatever pre-developed water's coming down through there to, and we control.
Unless you
it.
have any other suggestions
Yeah.
of what we can do, if we can drop the water as it's coming down into pits before it, let it slowly exit out.
I mean, I think as long as you're meeting your obligations on site for stormwater management, you don't have to chase.
Or are you just
Chase things
concerned about
downstream.
his water?
No, I was concerned about a question of this coming up as this land development plan goes through. I mean, people always question that stuff, and that's why I'm just asking now.
Yeah, I don't.
I totally agree, Chris, with what you're saying. Yeah, we show that we're not discharging more than what's coming out there now, we're good.
Yeah.
But are you going to have a problem coming onto your,
No, it goes the
That's
other way.
downstream.
okay,
Yeah.
fine.
And it's probably not a big embankment to where it's impounding water and backing it up,
No.
I'm assuming.
It's just drainage.
Yeah, from a stormwater standpoint, you're probably going to, your biggest hurdle with that's probably going to be the conservation district.
We're usually pretty good with them, and especially with the NPDES permits, so it's just a matter of how we're going to get all this to work and fit in here. Yeah, once if we can prove to Jim Pillsbury we're okay, then
Yeah.
we're okay.
Okay. Anything else from us?
I just wanted to note to Emily and for the record, as far as that setback on that unopened street, there is recent precedent here in Murraysville. It was used in that Summer Hill Phase 2 plan, And I believe there was just a condition that the engineer had to note on the plan that it was subject to the right-of-way rights to the other property owners in the plan.
Okay. We'll check that.
Yeah.
So you have some puzzle pieces to put together.
The other question I have is, and this is for Emily, and what's going to dictate a geotechnical study?
Your slope analysis.
All right, so as soon as you see that, you'll tell us, you'll know, okay. All right.
You're going to need one.
That's kind of what I want to get.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. There's no way around that.
all right, that's fine. And it can can just be test pits, right, where they can and do the slope stability and all that stuff?
Yeah, they're going to have to,
It needs
if,
soil.
if they do that, they'll have to do some proper testing.
Right.
There's been some that did test pits instead of actual borings. And there were some comments back and forth on that. They wanted a slope stability analysis.
So that's going
and
to take a
things.
couple more, okay.
That was if it was over 40%.
No.
On existing.
Between 25 and 40.
Yeah. Anything over 25.
Yeah, there's two different differentiations. So 25 to 40%, if you do a slope map, you should show differently, 25 to 40% and 40% over. It's easier to see it in two different colors to analyze what's what.
Yeah, 40%, you're dead in the water. You're not doing anything.
Right.
Yeah.
We want to see that.
If you're between 25 and 40, you're allowed to build on it, but you have to prove that it's reasonable and feasible through the geotechnical study.
Are you allowed to say who did the geotechnical reports with the test pits? If the questions were arised?
I mean, they're the usual suspects. I'm sure that Emily can provide you some information there.
Okay. I mean, I'm familiar with a lot of them.
Yeah, I don't recall off the top of my head. to
I
be
don't
honest.
remember who it was either. So.
Okay, I was just curious because
Yeah.
the people I'd like to use, or they would know better.
Right. Thank you all for your
Okay.
time.
Thank you.
Thank
For
you.
your time, everybody, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. Good luck.
Hey, Merry Christmas to you too.
Yes.
Hey, Jane, here you go. Here's Idaho.
Next on the
Here's
agenda
Idaho
is an
right here.
advisor discussion concerning
Right
a
there.
concept plan
Here's Pennsylvania. and
for a
the
mini
other place is
warehouse
right here.
self-storage
This is
facility
close.
submitted by Michael Mann in the B Business Zoning District. It's next to 6000 William Penn Highway.
They either need to do it
Would be correct.
or a private maintenance.
So I have a few questions.
I'm in a meeting.
Originally, we were going to go in, first off, my name's Michael Mann. I'm in the storage container business. We modify shipping containers over at Mann's Cans. And we were looking to put about 100 shipping containers, brand new, on that property as a storage facility similar to a Guardian or any other type of storage facility. Only this one would be built completely out of shipping containers, which are portable. So we originally were going to go in looking to possibly stone the property, flatten it out, stone it. And then we were told that we have to pave it. It's like 2.6 acres. So first question, in the row where the 8 by 20 shipping containers are going to be lined up, say 20 side by side, do we have to pave that, or can that be on stone? And in front of it, pave the road from which the trucks and cars would dump their what?
Glazing requirement,
What's a glaze? What does that mean?
you have to have windows.
You have to have windows? Why?
Because we like Murrayville to look pretty.
Oh, okay.
One of the reasons. That's the first thing I see. I mean, I understand the whole concept.
Yeah.
Believe me. I just don't know how well this is going to be accepted.
Is,
I'm just being perfectly honest with you.
Oh, that's fine. That's why I'm here.
Right. I mean, I don't know, maybe I see the way you've got the building situated.
And that would be set back, and you want, I can throw windows in there.
The collision center, yeah.
Well, that's just one.
I mean, we can
And the
make
other
them look
thing
a lot
is-
prettier than this if you
Yeah.
We could literally take the front of all those and make them look gorgeous with beautiful windows in there. Honestly, we could.
Yeah, there's some buildings that have put faux windows in Murraysville, like, I think it's Applebee's. Is it Applebee's?
I think the AutoZone, the one down there.
AutoZone.
Rite Aid
The
did,
racquetball court.
AutoZone or whatever.
And then we have another requirement about metal buildings.
What's that?
What's our requirement ordinance about metal buildings?
I couldn't answer that off the top of my head. I'm not informed on this one, unfortunately, but, I mean, we can certainly look at the.
Well, you know, the
zoning aspect.
storage facility that's at the corner of 22 and Mellon Road,
No, well,
you'll notice that it's got different facades, it's got glass. And that was kind of a stretch for Murraysville. So I don't know.
we can make ours, I mean, we modify shipping containers, so we can make that look however we need to from a facade perspective, to make it look better.
Okay. And you're going to have lighting and landscaping
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you. I mean, how far do I got to go?
all the way.
Thank you very much. No. Thing though, but I guess we have to pave it, right? Or do we have to pave where the containers sit?
Underneath of the actual
Yeah.
container? I mean, I don't think
I
so.
wouldn't say underneath
No.
the container, no.
No, you
Just
could,
the
The
actual-
floor of the container's metal.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, you could set that, I mean, a building pad is on gravel.
My
You know,
compadre here has just handed me the parking requirements. 1 parking space for every 100 storage units, plus 1 additional space for each employee working the largest shift. Parking spaces cannot be rented or used for vehicle storage unless specifically identified on the site plan. Murraysville ordinances for mini warehouse self-storage require specific parking, screening, fencing, as well as adherence to performance standards for noise, smoke, odors. Specifics include 1 parking space per 100 units. It's 1 for the employees. Minimum 6-foot-high decorative fence with landscaping if bordering arterial streets or residential commercial areas. In compliance with other performance standards such as those for noise, smoke, and vibration.
Flip
What
it.
else? Oh, geez,
Flip
we
it.
got a whole nother side. Driving parking lanes must be at least 20 feet wide. Landscape screen and a fence are required around the perimeter.
So I have to fence the whole thing? Now, what if we use shipping containers that
As a
would be,
fence.
as, well, because if they're going to be on the borderline of the property, and it covers that whole area, it's kind of useless to put a fence up there.
Well, we have setbacks.
Yeah,
What's a setback to the neighbor's property?
What is this zoned?
The business.
business.
Okay, we'd have to look at yeah, you have to adhere to the front yard setback, side yard setback.
I don't even know what's behind the property. I've gone back there and walked it, but it just slopes down 40, 50 feet and into oblivion back there.
The front yard is 50 feet, side yard's 20 feet, and rear yard is, I think that would be 40 feet. I don't think this is abutting in our district.
What section of the ordinance were you reading that from?
This,
Yeah. I mean,
13,
I just wanted to give that to him so he could,
okay.
no, that doesn't give it there.
what is it, 220-31? No, that's mixed
I
use.
can't tell.
I know, this AI is too good. on
Yeah.
these searches.
Did you say the setback from the edge of 22 is 50 feet? Side?
Measured from the edge of the property line.
Edge of the property line, which is not the center of 22.
Right, no, I'm talking about the edge, right where the highway
Not the actual.
That might not necessarily be your property line.
It'd be
Your
the right of
I
way.
have to see where the property line is.
Right, it's
And then
gotta-
it's 50 feet from there.
Yeah, wherever the telephone poles are typically on the right-of-way.
Okay.
I think you have close to, I want to say a 75-foot right-of-way there, maybe even 80-foot on 22.
Yeah, I would
so
I would
it's-
say.
That was 65. Well, yeah, because that makes a big difference.
Let's get it close. Yeah, it does.
Here it is.
Did 85?
Find it.
Wow,
I was looking for it.
found the definition.
Snapped.
Let's give you an estimate here.
Have you done one of these
100 there, actually, 130.
Have I done one of these?
in other
No,
municipalities?
this first one.
Okay, so you're talking, you're going to have to get the property surveyed, come up with an existing conditions plan, and use that to develop a site plan. I think we're starting from scratch here.
Right.
Count all this information that we're throwing at you here as far as the requirements. It would lay everything out. It would have all the setbacks in it, what you're building the roads out of, you know, the pavement.
Can we use asphalt as opposed to concrete?
Yeah,
Yeah, we have no preference as far as asphalt or concrete.
And I got to put a fence in, even if I have.
Landscaping, lighting,
I don't know if there's going to be any grass left by the time we're.
I'm sorry?
I don't know if there's going to be a whole lot of grass left. To have a road in and out.
I'm sorry, couldn't hear you.
Oh, we have to have a road, we have to have, you know, in and out, a road in and out, or
Well,
driveway in and out.
Somebody was stating the requirements for if it's a two-lane road, it has to be 24 feet wide. I believe that was the number. If it's a one-way road, it's 20, I believe. Don't quote me, but these guys know the numbers. But there are requirements.
So once you're in the storage facility, if it's a one-way, can only go one way, that would be 20 feet. But if it's double, it'd be 24.
I believe those
think
are
it was
the right
25.
numbers. We have to-
yeah, I think
25?
it's 25,
Might
yeah.
be 25, okay.
Okay, I mean, if we have to have landscaping, I mean, we can certainly landscape, I just don't know how to, we could do the facade, we can do landscaping.
Well, you'll have to work with these folks, and they'll tell you what we require, because Murraysville requires certain species and,
Okay,
Yeah, there's high-level, low-level plantings. There's lots that goes into just landscaping. A certain percentage of area needs to be covered. And as far as parking and whatever else is impervious, then there's a certain percentage that goes into that as far as landscaping as well.
when you get, can you pull up the picture of our
I
rendering?
can't. Maybe they can. There you
Would that little strip in the front there be okay?
The what?
The strip of grass in the front there.
Oh,
You're,
that,
you're gonna,
Does that qualify for landscape?
no,
No.
well, no.
definitely not.
I mean, when you're talking landscape, what do we got to do?
Talking about different species, different heights. There are specific requirements in Murraysville.
No, I know, but right now it's just a vacant lot. What do we have to do there to handle the landscaping?
You have to follow the ordinance, which is,
So
they can
once-
tell you.
So once, you'll need to have a plan to figure out what you need before. I mean, we
Landscape
can't tell
plan.
you landscaping-wise that you'll need 50 high-level and 30 low-level. You'll need to have a plan that shows the exact amount of impervious surface, the buildings, the parking lot, to determine the percentage of high-level and low-level that's required. And then that determines your disturbance of, I think it's overall disturbance of the area, not just what is disturbed for the buildings themselves, but there's a percentage, I think it's 20%, of the total disturbance of the entire lot, that's the amount of acreage that you have to landscape. It can be significant.
Okay.
So I think this starts really with you going out and getting an engineer, a site or land development engineer.
Who's familiar with Murraysville?
Yeah, and at least developing, you could probably develop a concept plan, a high-level concept plan relatively without putting in a whole lot of effort into it. And they should be able to tell you most of these things we're talking about, as well as some additional things you're going to run into. I mean, you're going to need to deal with stormwater management, erosion sediment control. You're going to have to get a highway occupancy permit in order to cut a driveway in and access Route 22. That'll come through PennDOT. That will not be through Murraysville. They may require a traffic study of some sort. At the very least, they'll require some sort of computations on the expected level of traffic it's going to generate in the trips per day, vehicles it's coming in and out. And that'll determine it, how much further you have to go.
Okay.
But that's where I would start.
Okay.
How many is shown
Looking
there?
In one parking space.
Conceptually, just the business model, you said that these are mobile. So are they going to be entering and exiting?
No, they're going to,
They're permanent mobile storage?
yeah, the idea is to tie up the land for a period of time. And then if it's sold and they want to put something else there, we can move those in 90 days. You know, and we were hoping, you know, without a whole lot of, infrastructure and landscaping especially. I'm horrible at that, by the way. So, anyways, I don't want to take up more of your time. I know you're waiting. I think that gets me a good start. But before I, bought the property, I certainly wanted to find out,
Right.
Yeah.
what I'm doing here.
That's good start.
Yeah. So you said there was something you have, like there's a piece of paper there with some.
Go, do you mind if I give him this?
No, good.
Oh,
You
this
can have it. All you have to do, all you got to do is look up
just look up.
Murraysville, what's that, ordinances, or it's at the top.
Yeah.
And AI will give you all that, then you can start digging into the ordinances yourself.
Right.
All right. I thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Any other business that we need to discuss this evening? Not tonight.
I make a motion.
Second.
Second,
All those in favor?
all right,
Aye.
you beat me to it, Jay.